Until the beginning of the 20th century, business in the United States of America was largely an East Coast affair. The movies changed all that. Movie making was a new business, and it was as wide open as the Wild West. The owners of the first New York movie theaters were almost exclusively Jewish. Now, those movie theaters were hungry beasts, and they needed a constant and varied diet to keep them full. So those theater owners looked around for a place with year-round sunshine to film in, low rents and plenty of cheap labor, and they found some sleepy orange groves a few miles outside the city of Los Angeles. The place had a rather bland name. It was called Hollywood. From a few oranges, a legend was born. If a lot was new about Hollywood, some things were not. Hollywood was really the latest chapter of a 2,500-year-old dialogue. A dialogue about how you get beneath the surface of things, about how you get to the truth. The dialogue between Jerusalem and Athens. You might have thought that the story of Hanukkah was about how a small group of Torah-loyal Jews trounced the armies of the Greek Empire. In fact, it's a story about how the Torah beat out Hollywood, or its 2nd century BC equivalent. Because more of a threat to Judaism than the Greeks themselves were those Hellenized Jews who wanted to be more Greek than the Greeks. The Hellenists adopted Greek names, they patronized the theater, which the Greeks conceived of as religious worship, and to compete in athletic competitions, they removed the evidence of Brit Milah, the mark of the eternal covenant between God and the Jewish people, circumcision. Why did these Jews abandon their faith? Look up to the sky on a cloudy day. All you can see are the clouds. It says in the book of Job, by his breath the heavens are spread. The word in Hebrew for spread aside is shifra. God spreads aside the curtain of cloud to reveal what is beyond. Shifra has the same root as shapir, which means beautify. In Jewish thought, beauty comes only from the revealing of the essence of something. Art for art's sake is a contradiction in terms, because something that reveals nothing but itself can never be beautiful. Beauty can never be skin deep. The Greeks and their ideological heirs believe that art has a power to take you beyond, to connect you to that which is above, and through art and artifice you can get to the truth. Poet Samuel Taylor Coleridge wrote that poetry should bear a semblance of truth sufficient to procure that willing suspension of disbelief for the moment which constitutes poetic faith. Now, this willing suspension of disbelief is at the heart of all theater and film. When we watch a play, we know that the person who just died so messily over the stage will be doing exactly the same thing at the 3:15 matinee tomorrow afternoon. And in a movie, we all know that the monsters tearing the luckless villain limb from limb are no more than a few billion pixels generated by a computer whiz in an air-conditioned Hollywood special effects factory. And yet, those illusions move us. It's just a dream, isn't it? Moved by illusion. Can't illusion also be a kind of truth, says the Greek? If the emotion is true, does it matter that it's a fiction? The heart of the debate between Athens and Jerusalem is that the Greek believes that celebrating the surface can take you beyond the surface, beneath the surface, that illusion can lead you to truth. The Jewish view is there is illusion or truth, and illusion only takes you to greater illusion. In those Hollywood dream factories, you'll find so many talented Jews who can't resist the challenge to light up the world. Neither could Chagall, Rothko, Modigliani, Pollock, Mahler, Kafka, Mendelssohn, Marx, Trotsky, Freud, or Einstein. Some 15% of all Nobel Prize nominees have been Jewish. We want to light up the world, but there's no brighter light in the world than the Torah.